Hello and welcome to World Talks. I'm your host, Sasha Farbach. Now in 2024, something remarkable has happened in Spain and the Spanish real estate market. Now, Polish buyers are making their mark, purchasing a record number of properties, with over 4,200 homes and apartments bought. Now, this trend is surging, driven by a mix of factors from safety to Spain's inviting climate. But what exactly is behind all this boom, and which areas are Polish buyers flocking to? Now, to help us understand this and these dynamic shifts, we're now joined by Marina Sambuca, a real estate agent in Spain. Good to have you on the program. Let's jump into this. So, I mean, maybe it's elementary, but what is driving this surge now by Polish buyers of property in Spain?
Hello to everyone. So I would like to say that recently many Polish people, they want to buy property here in Spain. I think last year, if the internet doesn't lie, around 2,500 Polish people bought the houses here in Spain. This is, I think, growing up and growing this year as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is going to continue. And what kind of buyer are we looking at here? Are these investors? Are these families? What's a typical buyer look like?
A lot of family buying here, but they buy it like investment as well. They want to live here, many people of them. They want to live here for winter time, and summertime they want to rent for vacation. So they can invest and they can earn the money during the summertime, and they can use it for winter time when in Poland it's bad weather.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's a whole year sort of investment, really, it sounds like. And tell us a little bit more, Marina, about the actual locations. Yeah, the hotspots. Where are they buying?
Costa del Sol, it's very attractive for Polish people because we have a lot of sun here. We have mountains. We have also snow. If someone like a lot of sport doing here, international schools, we have a lot of hospitals, also very high level. So Costa del Sol is very attractive. Also Costa Blanca, for people who doesn't have probably such more money like here, it's cheaper, but also it's very attractive for Polish people.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And looking at the average buyer, you're saying where these locations are people buying more renovated homes? Are they new builds? What's the typical profile look like?
Poland, they are buying more new building because Polish people, they used to live in good condition, and here, let's say, old buildings, they are not so good like in Poland. So buildings like new building, they are more attractive for Polish people.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Polish buyers.
And also looking at
and also the prices when you buy off plan, it's also more attractive. So you can earn like 30% in 2 years when it's built.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like there's really an investment mindset behind all this. And how are you comparing this, Marina, if you look at other buyers from Germany or other European countries or international buyers? How do they compare with Poles? Are they faster in their decisions, budget-wise? How do they compare?
I think it's more or less the same. In general, European buyers, they are more or less the same. It's true that recently, after pandemic, I think Polish buyers, they invest more in Spain than before. Probably it's also because in Poland prices are growing, so now for them it's more or less the same to buy here the property or in Poland. So if they have one property in Poland, probably they prefer to buy another one in Spain, like investment, and also to have such nice weather during the year.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned the pandemic, Marina. I'm also curious, how about the whole factors with Ukraine now? Since these 3 years, how has that impacted decision-making by Polish buyers?
It was so fast. After pandemic, we start with the war, so it's difficult to say when exactly started this growing, but I think both things had influence for this for Polish buyers. After war, we have more people scaring that probably there in Poland will start war again. So historically, Polish people they're afraid probably, and they want to invest somewhere abroad, whereas not in the Central Europe.
Mm-hmm. And looking also at the logistics to this, Marina, how long would a typical buyer process take? I mean, this is a matter of weeks, months. How fast can a deal be wrapped up on average?
It depends. If the buyer has all money, they don't need the mortgage, so it can be fast. It can be 1 week or 2 weeks. And if it's not a new building, because if they buy it off plan, so they need to wait like 2 years. And if they need a mortgage, so it can be like 2 months, 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so quite quick, in fact. And looking also at the future of the whole market, really, in Spain, do you see the interest of Poles continuing? Do you see, I mean, we already talked about several thousand buyers in 2024. What's this look like in the next year or so in the near future?
At the moment, we started a very good year as well, like last year. So I think the trend will be continue. And I think 2-3 years more, it will be in this same level of sales here.
Mm-hmm. And I want to come back to this investment potential. You said that many people are buying as families, but also as a kind of extra in their portfolio. If we look at this wider market, I mean, what's the return here generally? And is that kind of investment, is it plateauing? Is there still potential? What's the return here? And how much is that a factor when people buy?
ROI, it's probably could be like from 5 to 10% every year. So normally, if it's a good investment in Spain here, it's between 5 and 10%.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you mentioned a couple of these areas. I mean, with some of the geography people won't know, Costa del Sol, give us a little bit of a take. What are the main cities there? Why do people feel so attracted to coming there and buying there? Maybe some other areas in Spain you can share with us.
Poland, they like very much Benalmádena, Fuengirola, Marbella, Estepona. Also Manilva and Casares recently started to be very attractive because of prices. It's like new cities, let's say, and not so much touristic place yet. So the price is still very attractive for Polish buyers.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And also, I think what's interesting for people to know, obviously people with families, but just generally, I think people want to be safe. That's a big factor, a concern in most places. So what's that look like there in Spain generally? When you're in your interactions with safety, is it increased, the crime rate? What's that look like?
Costa del Sol is very safe. I'm living here for more than 8 years, and nothing happened to me or to any other person who I know. Costa, for example, Barcelona, it's not so safe because of, I don't know, many things, but probably big city is always a bit dangerous, let's say. Here it's very safe, and also public, like police and healthcare, it's very high standard here. So I think it's a good place to live here.
Mm-hmm. And just curious, I mean, we're talking about Poland, but ever since these tensions and with all the things happening in the U.S., have you also noticed maybe some more interest from Americans into the Spanish real estate market? Has that been a factor at all?
Yeah, last year started a big interest from US, buyers because I heard from them that prices in the US now are very high and the life is really high. It's not like a few years ago. So they also want to buy a property here for retirement.
Yeah, so many factors there. It's a beautiful place, and I'm sure many people from Poland will flock to it. Look, thank you so much. That was Marina Sambuca from Spain. Thank you for all those insights today.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching. That concludes the World Talks, but stay tuned, much more coming up right here on TVP World. Goodbye.